안녕하세요. 하이. 잠깐만 화면 좀 볼게요. 화면이 또 깜빡거리나 봐야 돼서. 이제 안 깜빡이는 것 같은데 이대로 해볼게요.
The lock has not been tampered with.
헬로.
A perfume bottle. Empty. Suggestive.
못 들어가니?
The wallet is somewhat worn. It contains just over $200 and the usual cards. The wallet is somewhat worn.
호.
A fact sheet from a tour of Saint Sophia. A stamped reservation for the Bosphorus ferry. A stamped reservation.
그런 걸까? 정가 온 거야.
Brochure for this fascinating city. A brochure for the.
여긴 딱히 볼 게 없는데. 비었습니다. 뭐야 이거?
Aha! Golden moustache.
갑자기 황금 수염이 왜 나와?
A
훈장.
conspicuous gallantry cross for meritorious service in Iraq, yet he only retired as a captain. A list of travel expenses, but how did these papers end up on the floor?
여행 경비 목록이래.
The bed is skillfully made.
귀걸이.
This earring, it is
운전해,
not the
엘리베이터,
first time
여자.
I've seen it, but where?
여자 거 봤잖아.
Water with traces of soap. The water is scented.
야. 야호.
Another golden mustache to treasure.
야호. 식량자. 화장실도 서랍이 있나?
Four floors. It's impossible for a thief to have exited through the window.
도둑은 무슨 수로 들어온 걸까? 보안 카드로 들어왔을 가능성이.
My little gray cells did not let me down.
객실은 잠겼고 창문으로 들어오는 건 불가능하다. 이웃 손님을 신문하라는데.
Go away, please.
A brief word, sir.
I will give you 2 brief words. Go away.
Monsieur,
I've been traveling all night from New York. Must I call the management?
pardon, monsieur.
I do not believe we have awakened a thief.
호호. 바로 옆방 가볼까?
The room is apparently empty. I will leave it for the moment.
여긴 소리가 나는데.
Why was there an earring in your room?
An earring? A previous guest. I
전 안
suspect.
끼는데요.
I don't wear them.
Did you leave the window open?
No. That must be how the thief escaped.
I think not. Unless the thief had wings. How long were you at breakfast, Captain?
Half an hour or so. Just a roll and some coffee.
The bed is very neatly made, but the corners are not military style.
The price we paid for this hotel? I'm not going to make my own bloody bed.
Interesting pronoun, that. We.
위. 왜 여기에서 이상한 점이 있었어? 귀걸이. 초대했다. 객실에서 밤을 보낸 여인이 있다. 침대는 튼튼하게 만들어줬다?
No, not good.
바람이 서류를 날려 떨어뜨렸다.
The
안녕.
wind probably blew the papers on the floor as it came in through the window. Moreover, the door is closed. And I found an earring
그렇습니다.
on the bedside table. The captain invited a woman into his room. Maybe she is our culprit. That was easy.
이지. 이 여자가 끼고 있었잖아. 그
That's the
에버덤.
right answer.
에버덤. 맞나? 에버덤이라고 나오려나?
Captain Arbuthnot, I have examined your room.
That's not-
Much was revealed, possibly more than you expected. Rest assured, we will soon find your ticket.
It's about bloody time. I have a train to
Bloody
catch.
As
time.
do I.
You are traveling on the Orient Express?
We? If you will be
Oui.
good enough to answer a few questions, we may both make our train.
Ask away.
Please give me an account of your movements yesterday.
I spent most of my day in Istanbul, sightseeing. I returned to the hotel as the sun
열차
was
타기
setting.
전.
The desk clerk can confirm
근데
I
이제
was
열차
alone
타기
when I
전에
picked up my
원래는
key. I
기차
spent
타고
the night
오잖아요
alone.
여기를.
I had no
그러면서 이제
visitors in my room.
이 대위랑 가정교사 만나잖아. 그런 식으로 진행이 되는 게 아니라 바로 호텔로 해.
I need some hard evidence to prove he's lying. What evidence can help me prove he's lying? He is lying, and I will prove it. What evidence can help? Have you told me the entire truth, Captain Arbuthnot?
Of course. I want you to find my ticket.
마이 티켓. 귀걸이.
Can you explain the earring I found on the bedside table?
An earring? Yes. Forgive me, Mr. Poirot. I had some business correspondence that wanted answering. The hotel provides help for business travelers. They sent up a secretary. I dictated a letter, and she mailed it for me. I hadn't noticed that she had lost an earring.
And when did you invite this secretary? This woman may be the thief we are looking for.
That was yesterday evening. My ticket was still there when I went down to breakfast. She can't have taken it.
I see. Never mind. It is easily checked. And there was no other person in your room?
No, I swear there wasn't.
Ah, well, never mind. If it is not her, there is only one option left.
Fine. Please finish your job quickly. I'll be downstairs in the lobby.
회색 내세포. 여기서도 나와. 나는 빵색 내세포. 다시 로비로 갑시다. 접수처 직원에게 물어보기.
Pardon, monsieur. May I inquire when the staff begins cleaning the rooms?
Every morning at breakfast time, sir. After making certain there are no guests in the room, of course.
May I speak with the chambermaid who cleaned room 411 this morning?
I hope you don't think that one of our staff stole the ticket.
No. Do not distress yourself. We seek only
세상에.
information.
I will summon her at once.
Oh, I'd ask her to bring her laundry cart.
반응 너무 재밌고.
The Hotel Tocatlian is a perfect prelude for my journey. Do not be frightened, mademoiselle. Did you clean room 411 this morning?
Room 411? Yes, that is one of mine.
Did you see a ticket on the desk when you entered the room?
I'm sorry, I didn't notice a ticket. There was a wallet, but of course I did not touch it.
Did you open the window?
Yes, we always air the rooms. Oh, but I forgot to close the window. While I was making the bed, the person from next door was pounding on the wall. I wondered if he needed assistance. I tossed the dirty sheets in my cart, quickly finished mopping, and went to see, but it was nothing. But I'm afraid I left the window open. I'm so sorry.
The window left open, papers scattered on the floor. The chambermaid cleaning the room. I believe I can now visualize what happened.
뭔가 포아로는 좀 더
Poirot is not going to touch the dirty law.
동글동글 해야 되지 않나? 너무 셜록 같은 거 아니야? 좀 더 동글동글 해야 되는데. 청소부가 창문을 열었어. 아니지. 순서가 어떻게 되는지 모르겠네. 잠깐만. 자, 환기를 시켰어요. 바람이 휘날려서 갔어. 어떤데? 환기를 시켰어. 날라갔어. 침대보도 갈았어. 더러운 침대보가 기차표 위에 떨어졌어. 잠깐만, 이렇게인가 그럼?
No.
이게 아니야?
Not good. I do not think that's the right answer.
얘가 반대인가?
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
창문을 연 게 먼저 아니야? 들어가자마자 창문 여는 거 아니에요? 창문을 열어. 그랬더니 기차표가 날라가. 이건 순서를 못 바꾸거든, 얘랑 얘는. 그러니까 들어오자마자 창문 연 거 아니야? 창문을 열어. 책상 위에 수레를 넣고 침대볼을 갈고 얘가 날리고 그 다음에
This is
잠깐만,
wrong.
거의
But
비슷해.
I'm
이것만
never
순서 바꾸면
far
돼.
from the truth. I do not
아니라고?
think that's the right answer.
아니면 이렇게?
No.
이게 아니야?
Not good. This is wrong. But I'm never far from the truth.
호텔 청소부는 비눗물을 바닥에 흘리며 객실을 나갔다는데 이거는 못 옮겨.
I must admit I'm not right this time.
얘랑 얘인가? 오케이.
Et voilà.
열린 창문으로 바람이 불어와 기차표를 더러운 세탁물 수레로 날려버렸다. 호텔 청소부는 기차표를 발견하지 못했다. 훔쳐간 건 아니네.
Mademoiselle, would you be so kind as to look in the sheets from room 411?
오! 오!
And so the missing train ticket completes its strange journey. An open window, a laundry cart, and an annoying neighbor. But chance is the only guilty party in this dark mystery.
Mr. Poirot, I apologize. I believe my concern got the better of me, and I forgot myself. Thank you.
It was a case of great magnitude. I'm glad I was up to the challenge.
샬레.
And that, I think, is that.
그러니까 살집 있는 거에다 좀 동글동글해서 계란형에다가 이렇게 둘둘 칭칭 목도리도 엄청 칭칭 갈아 해가지고 이렇게 동글동글 이렇게 돼 있어야 되는데. 중절모 잘 쓰고. 그니까 수염에 스프가 묻지 않도록 조심조심 먹으며. 그래야 되는데.
Our bags are all packed. I have my ticket and papers. If you give me yours, I'll hang on to mine.
마.
But as your secretary,
그럼
As
제가
my
메크니까.
secretary, you see to the
Hector.
bags, Hector.
yes,
그럼 얘가
yes, sir.
That man, I have a curious
말고,
impression
라체트.
of him, as if I were observing a wild animal, uncaged.
저 인물이 라체트일 것 같아. 이 왼쪽이 비석. 가자.
We must leave for the station. Our bags are in the taxi. Did you find the ticket?
It was a case most difficult, but somehow Hercule Poirot managed.
I knew you could do it.
아이,
Now we can sit back and enjoy a relaxing train ride.
초반 튜토리얼 이렇게 끝났네요. 진행식은 좀 사이베리아 같다. 확실히 사이베리아 만든 데라 그런가. 그럼 분명히 막히겠구만 하다가. 2023년 12월 15일이래. 헐, 완전 개현대네. 와. 현대물로 바꿨다고 하는데 진짜 완전
No
현대네요.
journey on this train is
극 현대물이네.
But this is a special occasion. To celebrate the 140 years of the Orient Express, the engine will be none other than the splendid Pacific 231G558. There she is, Poirot. The most celebrated train in history. Oh, my eyes fill with tears of pride. It is
그러니까요.
time we were aboard, my friend.
아니 아까 전에
Follow me.
전갈 안 받고
The wagon
스마트폰으로 확인하긴
conductor,
했어.
Pierre Michel, will direct you to your compartment.
Lead the way, book.
It was built in France in 1922 by the Compagnie Batignolles-Châtillon. At the time of its purchase by the SNCF in 1938, it could reach speeds up to 130 kilometers per hour. Wait until you
이어져다.
see. It is like traveling back in time. Today the train is limited to 100 kilometers
진짜
per
너무
hour.
셜록의 영향을 받은
Sure,
것 같다.
that
딱 그
will be
매력이
more
있는
than fast
건데.
enough to get you to Paris in time for your connection to London. In the
뭐라는
meantime,
거야?
you will
빨리
bask
와서
in the
말해.
magic that is the Orient Express.
빨리 와서 말해.
Good evening, monsieur. Your compartment is number 202. However, I am afraid that all the others are already full.
Full?
오?
But how can that
11호 차가 있지 않은가?
Incredible, monsieur. All the world elects to travel tonight.
All the same, you must find room for this gentleman here.
I can exercise my powers of observation while they try to find me a bed.
He is a friend of mine. He can have number 201.
It is taken, monsieur.
What? Number.
Darling, we have to get aboard.
I know.
I have heard of the phobia, fear of flying, but fear of trains?
Now you're making fun of me.
Never, my love. We'll board shortly, once our compartment is ready.
Notice the young woman from the hotel. She again wishes to watch the old man with his little friend, but not to be seen herself.
Is everything aboard the train, Hector?
In your compartment, Mr. Ratchet. I'm having them
Ratchet.
disinfect the room again as you instructed. I also got a call from the Indians. The sale is going through as you expected.
There was never any doubt. No other phone calls, Hector? From Geneva or Venice?
No, sir. Who were you expecting?
Never you mind. Check our tickets. We're not going in until everything is confirmed.
The young man seems quite agreeable, but the older man is something quite different.
Mary.
Not now. Not now. When it's all over, when it's behind us, then.
하이, 안녕하십니까? 하이 하이.
Why did you order so much lobster, Hotaru?
My dear Freya, I need it for my specialty on the second night. And if the lobster a la mori isn't fresh, the passengers will know.
We don't have enough space for my desserts. Tonight, molten chocolate cake. Tomorrow, my
아니,
specialty.
바람에 날릴
That
수도
is
있지.
not my concern. They will not have room for them anyway.
Serve your lobster tonight.
Chicken
Tonight.
a la mori must be the first night dish for the travelers. It is easier to digest.
Ugh, you really are the egomaniac everyone says you are.
I have every reason to be. I am the engine. You are just the caboose.
오늘 저녁엔 닭이 나올 건가 보구만.
Poirot, I am mortified. The 140th anniversary, perhaps, but such a plague of passengers.
치킨.
Poirot, I am mortified.
할 방법? 노인의 비서.
Fantastic.
판타스틱.
Nice.
나이스. 걱정하고.
Good job. Adequate. Yes. Et voilà.
잘했습니다.
Poirot, we have a solution. A gentleman has not yet come.
An Englishman.
해리스.
Monsieur
해리스는
Harris.
오지
A
않을
name
것일세.
of good omen.
It is already time to leave. What do I care for Mr. Harris?
As Monsieur pleases. I had your things sent straight to your compartment. Unfortunately, you will be with another traveler.
No.
No.
Only for the first night. It cannot be helped.
I will survive, mon ami.
Monsieur Book, we can't find enough space in the kitchen refrigerator to store all of my ingredients.
How is it possible?
His recipes are extravagant. We need to leave something
아니
on the
나도
platform.
가기엔
If
조금
my
아깝잖아.
lobsters don't go,
나도 내릴
I
거야.
don't go.
And have the passengers of the Orient Express go hungry? Never.
Must I intervene? The problem is unworthy of Poirot. But I do not intend to starve on the most luxurious train in the world.
뭐 많은 것 봐.
Thank you for coming to help us.
It is impossible to fit everything
나도
into the
안 돼!
Galby's refrigerator. Obviously, my entree are more important than
디저트가
dessert.
뭔데?
If Mr. Mori delays
들어보자.
with lobsters for a day or two, we can restock at another station.
Delay? You ask me to delay? Freya?
Calm yourself, my friend. I'm sure we can find a solution. Is that a diagram of the refrigerator? May I see?
혹시 여기서
Yes.
테트리스?
He refuses to look at it.
미국인지 모로코인지 몰라. 모르겠어. 모로코인가? 미국인가?
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
야, 회전 어떻게 하는데? 아니 내려 회전. 회전 어떻게 하는데? 회전 없어? 아, 이거밖에 없어? 이게 회전이 아니더라고. 이게 왜 안 들어가? 아, 안 들어가지. 그렇지. 완벽. 아! 두가 이거 뭔데? 뭔데 이거? 중요해? 아! 자, 어떤데?
You saved tomorrow night's dinner, Mr. Poirot. I will reserve the
어떤데?
finest lobster just for you.
I look forward to it, monsieur. And to the dessert, mademoiselle.
Hopefully,
Mademoiselle.
that will be the last mystery you face on our journey, my dear Poirot. Your compartment for tonight only is at the back of the second-class carriage, number 102. Tomorrow, you move to a private compartment.
놀이. 제 객실을 찾아봅시다.
Welcome, Monsieur Poirot. I apologize for the delay.
Thank you, Monsieur Michel. I am delighted you could accommodate me.
후보.
These first-class rooms are very spacious and luxurious.
와우.
Pardon me?
Oh, my apologies.
Wrong compartment. I need to find number 102.
주점인디. 102래매. 비교. 지나가게. 지금 스마트폰 만지고 있는 거야? 드라구노프랑
Lady
비슷한
has a style of her own.
이름이었는데
Eccentric but chic.
이 할머니 이름 드라구노프 같은 이름이었어.
Excuse me, I think you made a mistake.
You are Mr. Harris?
No, my name is McQueen. There is no other berth on the train, monsieur. All is arranged. Yours is the upper berth. We start in 1 minute. The train's remarkably full. En voiture! Listen, sir, if you'd rather have the lower berth, easier and all that, well, that's all right by me.
No. You are too amiable. It is for one night only at Belgrade.
Oh, I see. You're getting out of Belgrade.
No,
Not exactly.
출발합니다. 뿌뿌. 와우. 시작합니다. 시작합니다. 짭짭짭짭. 이스탄불에서 열차를 타고 하룻밤을 보냈다. 여행은 어느덧 2일차. 되게 근데 스킵하는 거 좀 있다. 길어져서 뭔가 2023년 12월 16일이에요. 대박. 개현대임. 그니까 굳이 현대로 바꾸면서 그니까 뭐
Ladies and gentlemen,
살인의 내용이
dinner
좀
is served.
달라진다든지 트릭이 바뀐다든지
join the rest of the passengers in the dining
그런 거 아닌 이상 현대로 바꿀 이유가 별로 없거든. 오리엔트 특급살인 자체가 그렇게 막 옛날이든 현대든 크게 차이가 없어서 차이가 없지는 않은가?
Excuse me, monsieur. Pierre asked me to inform you that a passenger left us, so his room is yours. Monsieur Bouc instructed that your things be transferred to room 202 during dinner. You will be more comfortable in first class.
It is
오,
true what you say.
1등석으로 바꿨어.
Thank you.
Mr. Fauché, monsieur.
무시요.
Where will my new compartment be?
Room
Big you.
202 is at the far end of the previous car.
I see. Thank you. What is your position on the Orient Express?
I manage the bar car, and I also do the restaurant car service.
Well, then do not let me keep you. Lobster tonight, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
I'll leave you to it then.
See you soon, monsieur.
예스. 들어갈 수 있어? 오, 레스토랑. 왜 이렇게 다소곳하게 기다려?
Please, my friend, join me. I have taken the liberty of ordering you your lobster.
Thank you. It appears our fellow passengers are all gathered here again tonight.
Ah. If I had but the pen of a Balzac, I would depict the scene.
Oh, it is an idea, that.
Ah, you agree. It has not been done, I think. And yet, it lends itself to romance, my friend. All around us are people of all classes, of all nationalities, of all ages. For 3 days, these people, these strangers to one another, are brought together. They sleep and eat under one roof. They cannot get away from each other. At the end of the journey, they part. They go their several ways, never
3일이나
perhaps
기차
to
타면
see each
진짜
other
와.
again.
Certainly it interests us, inviting us to watch and wonder about their lives.
Ah, I know you, my friend. Even now, your mind, it is at work. Let us test it. For example,
열차 너무
what do
길잖아.
you make of those two?
I was visiting my daughter. She works at the American Embassy in Istanbul. I told her she'd never find a husband there. Since I wanted to see Paris on my way home, she told me I should take this high-class train. I can't wait to see Paris. It looks beautiful in the movies, but it couldn't be more beautiful than Schenectady in the good old US of A. That's where I'm living now. And you, Miss Debenham, was it? Where do you hail from?
I was born in the UK.
Oh, that's in England, isn't it? What do you do for a living?
I teach English to children in other countries.
I see. Oh, I wish I spoke a foreign language. My daughter speaks several languages. Let me tell you about her work. It's very important.
오. 영국. 영어 교사.
I do not think that's the right answer.
왜? 맞잖아. 영국이라며. 나이가 달라? 동안이시네요.
Little Grace says, not let me down.
아, 동안이시네요.
There is much you can learn about someone just by observing.
되게 동안이시네.
And listening. For example, that lady is reserved. She reveals little. She is
어머, 20대
self-contained.
같으시다.
Some secret prompts her to allow her dinner companion to carry the conversation. I confess, in this case, what I witnessed in Istanbul suggests more.
그러니까
But I
말이야.
will respect her privacy.
You will always amaze me. mia! You can feel
Mamma
the
mia.
power of our engine. We climb into the mountains with ease. I know something about the power, and this baby has it in spades.
There's something special about a train. I'll give you that. I sell toys, and model trains are one of our biggest items. And not just for children either.
You sell model cars too?
Sure, but give me a train any day.
Oh, my friend. What do you have against the cars? Now I work at Fortuna in Italy as a spokesperson. We are producing the next generation of electric cars, the Fortuna Firenze. Like the city, it is beautiful. We got the competitors looking over their shoulders so much, they're going to hit something.
Didn't mean to be insulting. It's just that there's something magical about a train.
아, 스페인?
No, no, I do not think. No, not good.
아, 얘는 또 35이야?
My little gray cells did not.
나이
let me
가늠을
down.
못하겠다, 야.
The loud gentleman is very confident.
저 여자보다
A master
5살이나
of his own
어리대.
fate. It is as much in the inflection
그렇군.
as it is in the words. He believes in winning. Also, that he is the one who will win.
You are a magician.
Oh, it is not a parlor trick, my friend. It is simply observation.
My friend, this is one of the best desserts I have ever eaten.
You have always had the sweet tooth.
But this, it is a masterpiece. I can't understand how the dessert can be so good. I would love to know what the recipe. I couldn't tell what flavor the ice cream is.
네, 안 먹어봤는데요.
Given the color, I think it's vanilla ice cream.
Of course. What is the red fruit?
라즈베리.
It looks like a raspberry.
You have a good eye, Poirot. The biscuit is the foundation of the dessert. All else is built upon it. What do you think?
It looks like crushed biscuits, my friend.
Finely observed, indeed. Poirot, I am embarrassed to ask you a great favor.
My friend, I am on this train due to the great favor you have done me. How may I assist you?
This dessert is sublime. If only I had the recipe. Unfortunately, the pastry chef, Miss Nielsen, she will guard her secrets. But you, my friend, I am sure you could make her confess.
You wish me to persuade the pastry chef to give up her recipe?
You who are the expert at interrogation.
Book, it is a dessert.
It is the pinnacle of desserts. You, my friend, who, as you say, are on this train, I blush to remind you.
Fine, you win. Again, what wouldn't I do for you, my friend?
Oh, thank you, Poirot.
일이라고는 꼴라.
Good luck.
Good evening, mademoiselle.
Good evening, sir. How can I help you?
That was a magnificent dessert you served us tonight. I wanted to tell you personally how much both Monsieur Bouc and I enjoyed it.
Thank you very much, sir.
In fact, it is so good. Monsieur Bouc insists on knowing how you made it.
Oh, sir, I'm sorry. You must know a chef never gives away their recipes. But, well, you helped with the refrigerator, and without space in it for me, there would have been no dessert.
오, 알려주네.
Very well. To prepare tonight's dessert, first I melt sugar to make caramel. Then
설탕을
I
녹여
spread
카라멜을
this caramel to
만들었어요.
make tuiles. Between two tuiles, I add a small scoop of lemon ice cream, and I put the whole thing on a strawberry crown.
Poirot, you are suspicious even now. The pastry chef gave up her prized recipe a little too easily. I sense she wasn't entirely honest with me. Thank you for sharing your recipe with me, but I doubt those are strawberries you're using.
Oops. You have a good eye, Monsieur Poirot. Very well. What fruit do you think I used?
라즈베리.
You used raspberries, not strawberries. I'm not fooled.
You're right. Mr. Book, he couldn't tell the difference. Let's move on to the bottom part of the dessert.
My favorite part of the dessert.
First, I melted some butter. I crumbled pieces of chocolate into the butter. Then I placed the mix in a circular mold. Finally, I let the whole thing cool down to let it harden.
It's certainly not chocolate that you've crumbled.
I see you do have an excellent palate. Do you know what ingredients I used?
A clever pastry chef might mix crushed biscuits with butter to create this delicious base.
That's it. You're getting closer to the entire recipe.
Closer? I've caught murderers with less difficulty than this.
I'll give you one last challenge. I'm sure you will be able to figure out the order I mix my ingredients in. If you can, you will have earned my recipe.
Mademoiselle, solving the murder of Roger Ackroyd was easier than this.
어쩌라?
Yes, sir?
에? 바닐라는 밀가루를 넣기 직전에 추가한다. 달걀은 처음 또는 마지막에 추가한다. 오렌지 껍질은 밀가루를 넣은 이후 시기에 넣는다. 설탕과 우유는 연이어 추가하면 안 된다. 설탕은 바닐라를 넣은 이후 시기에 넣는다. 달걀과 오렌지 껍질은 레시피 순서에서 맨 오른쪽에 서로 붙어 있다.
This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth.
얘가 뭐야? 얘 연유야? 아, 우유인가? 달걀은 처음 또는 마지막에 추가되잖아. 그래서 처음에 넣었거든. 달걀과 오렌지 껍질은 맨 오른쪽에 서로 붙어있다. 그럼 이렇게인가?
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer. I must admit I'm not right this time. I do not think that's the right answer.
바닐라를 넣은 이유 시기가 설탕이고. 설탕과 우유는 연이어서 추가하면 안 된대. 설탕과 우유는 근데 바닐라는 밀가루를 넣기 직전이래. 이런 거 이렇게인가 보다.
Et voilà.
Voilà.
As as promised, my recipe is yours.
그래요,
Give me
그래,
5
그래,
minutes
그래.
to write it down
그래,
for you.
그래, 그래.
Thank you. I am in your debt. I can take advantage of this moment to resume my little observations of the passage.
그래, 그래, 그래.
Did you enjoy the meal?
I'm not used to meals like this.
You do not have good restaurants in Kenya?
Actually, we do. This isn't the 1930s.
I did not mean to offend.
You didn't like the meal?
The lobster, it was undercooked, and the potatoes were too dry.
I expect being
드라고미로프,
Princess Dragomirov's
드라고노프
assistant,
비슷하지?
you must be used to being well.
Cooking is an art. You do not need
저
to
부인
rub
이름이
chef up to be an artist.
What
드라고미노프야.
is your favorite dish?
Currywurst. It is a specialty.
비슷하지, 드라고노프. 아, 나이 가늠을 진짜 못하겠던데.
No, 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 not good.
독일?
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
Alright.
I made a lot of progress on the expenses last night, sir. I should be done by tomorrow morning.
You're supposed to be a fast worker, Hector.
되게
Sorry, sir.
악역같이 나온다.
Working here is not
엄청.
as comfortable as in our office
악역이지만
in
악역처럼
Boston.
나온다.
You're lucky to ride in a train like this.
스위스? 나라를 어떻게 알아, 근데?
I must admit I'm not right. That was easy.
Here you are, sir. My recipe. Please tell Mr. Book he should not expect my recipes for the other desserts.
Thank you very much, mademoiselle. I know he will sincerely appreciate the gesture, and I will make certain he gets the message.
Poirot, you were gone
Poirot.
such a long time.
It proved more challenging than I expected.
This is wonderful. Did it require the use of your little grey cells?
More the exercise of my little taste buds.
Thank you so much, my friend. Eat your dessert. You've earned it.
냠냠냠. 일 맡긴다. 거절한다.
Good
거절한다.
evening. My name is Ratchet. I think that I have the pleasure of speaking to Mr. Hercule Poirot, is that so?
You have been correctly informed, monsieur.
Your exploits are well known on my side of the Atlantic. In my country, we come to the point quickly. Mr. Poirot, I want you to take on a job for me. Are you interested in earning a lot of money?
My clientele, monsieur, is limited nowadays. I undertake very few cases.
Why, naturally. I understand that. But this, Mr. Poirot, means big money. Big money.
스페인인가?
This is wrong. But no, not good.
미국이네요.
Voilà.
아, 미국인 신사. 맞아. 아, 맞아.
What is it
미국인
you wish
신사라고
me to
한다.
do for you, monsieur Ratchet?
Mr. Poirot, I am a rich man. A very rich man. Men in that position have enemies. I have an enemy.
Monsieur, in my experience, when a man is in a position to have, as you say, enemies, then it does not usually resolve itself into one enemy only.
Yes, I appreciate that point. Enemy or enemies, it doesn't matter. What does matter is my safety. My life has been threatened, Mr. Poirot. Now, I'm a man who can take pretty good care of himself. But as I look at it, a little insurance wouldn't hurt. And remember, big money.
I regret, monsieur, that I cannot oblige you.
What's wrong with my proposition?
If you will forgive me for being personal, I do not like your face, Mr. Ratchet. Now, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to finish my coffee.
I don't like your face. 너무해. 아 이거 근데 나 책으로 볼 때도 너무해라고 하긴 했는데 너무해. 얼굴이 마음에 안 든대. 너무해. 아니 상냥하게 돌려 말할 순. 레칫을 함부로 믿어서는 안 되겠다. 잠깐 여기 주점이잖아요. I don't like your face. 여긴 창고인데. 엄마 어디가 길이야? 뒤엔가 보다. 오 들어갈 수 있어. 오 들어갈 수 있어. 아직 사건이 일어나려면 좀 먼 거 같은데.
A nightcap, Monsieur Poirot?
A cup of coffee, Monsieur Fauché. Then I will retire to my new compartment.
I'm sure you will find it to be most comfortable.
뽀뽀.
We have stopped?
Yes, sir. Belgrade Station. If you'd like to go out and get some fresh air, now is the time. The train leaves at 9:15.
No, I see that it is snowing. I will not seek out the fresh air.
Probably a wise decision. May I suggest a chocolate to accompany your coffee? It is produced by my father, the best chocolatier in Switzerland.
I would never refuse a chocolate with such high recommendation.
I know you will enjoy it, and please let me know if there is anything else you require.
초콜릿. 프랑스? 스위스? 프랑스.
This is wrong.
스위스.
But... Et voilà. Everything was perfect. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Is there anything you require, monsieur?
No, merci.
No merci.
Why, I thought you'd left us. You said you were getting off at Belgrade.
Nope.
You misunderstood me.
But, man, your baggage, it's gone.
It has been moved into another compartment, that is all.
Oh, I see.
오 그렇군요.
I wish you a good night, Monsieur Poirot.
Good night.
I hope you'll sleep well and that your head will be better in the morning.
It is just the cold. I'm now making myself a cup of tea.
I hope it'll warm you up.
I hope so. Good night.
Well, good night, my dear. What a brave girl. On the other hand, that man there in the next cabin, Monsieur Ratchet, he scares the hell out of me. There's something wrong about that man. My daughter always says I'm very intuitive. When Mama gets a hunch, she's dead right. That's what my daughter says. And I've got a hunch about that man. He's next door to me, and I don't like it. I put my bags against the communicating door last night. I thought I heard him trying the handle. Well, whoever you are, I'm going right to bed to read. Good night.
Good night, madam.
수다지기.
Whoever I am.
퇴.
Monsieur Ratchet seems very upset.
Very. 어머 객실 좋아. 어머 객실 좋아. 어머.
Ah, finally a real bed fit for a king or a very tired detective.
너무 셜록같이 만들어놨다 근데 진짜. 어? 뭐야? 오, 뭐야? 스마트폰 12시 37분. 오, 스마트폰. 혹시 이딴 걸 위해서 현대로 바꾼 건 아니겠지?
Monsieur Ratchet?
Ce n'est rien, je me suis trompé.
그니까요. 기억해 놓으라고 스마트폰 시간 보여주네. 근데 이런 거는 굳이 현대물이 아니어도 시계는 있잖아. 1시 15분.
Good night, madame.
왜?
The train has stopped, Mr. Michel.
We have run into a snowdrift. Heaven knows how long we shall be here. I remember once being snowed in for 7 days.
Where are we?
Between Winkowski and Brod.
Oh la la.
Oh la la.
The American lady?
Yes, don't worry. You'll know how Mrs. Hubbard is. Imagine to yourself the time I have had with her. She insists, but insists, that there is a man in her compartment. Just imagine it, monsieur. In a space of this size, where would he conceal himself? I argue with her. I point out that it is impossible. She insists. She woke up and there was a man there. And how, I ask, did he get out? And leave the door bolted behind him? But she will not listen to reason.
That one does not leave time to listen. It's time for me to go back to bed.
I wish you a good night, monsieur. Or what is left of it.
킹미진진. (1시 20분) 사람도 찾아주는가? 그럼 사람도 찾아주지. 물론이지. 짜짜짜짜짜. 호다다다다다다. 레치 씨 인상이 마음에 안 들어. I don't like your face. 어머, 완전 막혔네. 이거 어떻게 지나가?
The train is still stuck and the snow continues to fall. I should have taken an airplane. Well, I must make the best of it and join the other passengers for breakfast.
협공열차가 됐는데
The
진짜?
train still hasn't left. The mustache comb to tame unruly knots. The finest of curling irons for the
고데기라고?
mustache.
아, 뭐야?
Wax to preserve the perfect symmetry of the mustache.
타블렛인가? 부금이 나오고 그래픽이 나오는 소설이 있는 것 같다.
Good morning, Monsieur Michel.
Good morning, sir. Please enjoy our special breakfast in our restaurant.
Good morning, Monsieur Michel.
Good morning, sir.
This delay is intolerable. I am supposed to be demonstrating the Firenze in Paris in 2 days.
Ah, your electric car. Yes, that's bad luck.
Bad luck? If I miss that demonstration,
My daughter said it would be the easiest way in the world. Just sit on the train until I got to Paris. And now we may be here for days, and my boat sails the day after tomorrow. How am I going to catch it now? I can't even send an email to cancel it. I'm just too mad to talk about it.
그래, 이런 식으로 다 단절되고 멈추는데 현대일 필요가 있나? 이메일도 못 보는데. 그냥 이게 이메일이 됐을 뿐이야. 편지도 못 보내고요. 나 그냥 이메일을 못 보내는 것 뿐인데 이 현대물이 될 필요가 있나? 아, 퍼즐 때문에 그러나? 퍼즐이 좀 현대식에 하게. 드라군오프!
Good morning, madam. The snow is a predicament, is it not?
I am Russian. Snow is no stranger to me.
Ah, the accent. Would it be St. Petersburg?
You are very perceptive. Monsieur Poirot, is it not?
And may I take it I have the honor of addressing Princess Natalia Dragomirov?
We dispense with the old titles these days. My husband, all of my past, was taken from me by these Stalinists. When they were gone, I became director of the St. Petersburg Museum of Antiquities to restore and preserve what I can of my country's history.
Still, the delay must be vexing.
If I must be late for my appointments, then they will wait.
I know that I would certainly wait, madame. It has been my extreme pleasure to make your acquaintance, madame.
Au revoir, Monsieur Poirot.
A beautiful piano. What a luxury. Pity, mademoiselle, you are not concerned about the train stopping?
What can one do?
Indeed, this does not make the train move. You have great strength to remain calm at a time like this.
I know one far, far stronger than I.
And that is?
Well, that old lady, for instance. You have probably noticed her. She just has to lift her little finger and ask for something in a polite voice, and the whole train runs.
It runs also for my friend Monsieur Bouc, but that is because he is a director of the line, not because he has a masterful character.
You don't have to have a strong will when you have power. But I suspect I did not need to tell you that, Mr.
Poirot.
Mr. Poirot.
Good morning, Mr. Fauchet. You have early customers, I see.
Yes, I am stuck serving here as well at breakfast. Everyone is impatient. They keep complaining that the train is not moving. As if I could get out and push it.
It's too early for me to order a boxcar. That is the appropriate drink, I believe.
A gin triple sec, lemon and grenadine mix. A drink for a train indeed.
But not perhaps for my breakfast. I think I will settle for an omelette.
Good luck, sir. Miss Nielsen is helping to serve in the dining car.
How long are we expected to be stranded here?
It won't do much good complaining to me. That fellow there with the moustache, he may know something.
Excusez-moi, sir.
Yes?
Monsieur Bouc asks for you to join him in compartment 203.
Look here, Poirot. Can you tell us anything?
I can tell you the snow, it will not move aside on its own.
Of course, but you obviously have some influence with Bouc.
I am going to see him now. I will ask him if he has any information.
저기구만.
Ah, my good friend. Come in. We have need of you.
What has occurred?
A passenger lies dead in his bed. Stabbed.
A passenger? Which passenger?
In there. He's an American. A man called Ratchet. It was his valet masterman who was worried that Mr. Ratchet was not awake yet. Pierre Michel, the conductor, decided to break in and found the body.
I see. Well, my friend, I think it is best not to touch anything and wait for the police to arrive.
Oh, I tried to call the police, but there is no cell tower for many kilometers. We could be stuck in the snow for hours. The murderer is with us. On the train, now! The sooner we catch him, the sooner we'll be out of danger. The Dr. Constantine is already examining the body.
Mon ami, this is not a missing train ticket. We must follow procedure. We must wait for the police to secure the crime scene.
Please, Poirot. I will take full responsibility.
Book, you ask. Well, if we cannot contact the outside world, then... Oh, you are going to drive me crazy. In truth, this problem intrigues me. I was reflecting not half an hour ago that many hours of boredom lay ahead whilst we are stuck here. And now, a problem lies ready to my hand.
You accept then?
C'est entendu. You place the matter in my hands.
My hand.
Mr. Poirot, I am Dr. Constantine.
Forgive me, Doctor. You are a medical examiner?
No, but I have assisted in postmortems at Nairobi Hospital, where I am a teaching fellow.
I am familiar with your excellent institution.
I do not intend to perform a full autopsy, but a preliminary examination should be of some use.
Of course. May I have a look? Then we can compare notes.
Please, if you need any help, I won't be far away.
잠시만. 89는 아닐 거 아니야.
I do not think that's the right answer. My little gray cells did not let me down.
오, 바로 볼 수 있다니.
As you see, the victim has been stabbed many times. Several alone would have been fatal.
Yes, I agree. An attack most savage.
I will, of course, prepare a complete report on my findings.
Thank you. I'll take
Thank you.
photos.
사진을 찍는다고? 아, 이것 때문에 최신식인가?
The watch is broken. The hands are stopped at 1:15 a.m. One would expect that to be the time when the attack occurred. Last night, Monsieur Ratchet said he takes precautions. I see now what he meant. He knew he was in danger and wanted to be ready, yet it was no use to him. I will leave it here for the police.
No.
This phone was deliberately smashed. I'm sure I will find some interesting things inside. Did it belong to Ratchet? A handkerchief. There's a letter H embroidered on it.
만약에 이게 법인의 물건이라면 너무 많이 떨고 간 거 아니야? 너무 많이 떨고 간 거 아니야?
A box of sleeping pills.
그니까요. 비밀번호 뭔지 알 것 같긴 한데.
Where can the killer have gone? This door communicates with compartment 204.
하이, 안녕하십니까.
The latch is open on this side. I'm sorry, Doctor, but I must question.
덕다.
Of course. I must be considered under suspicion like everyone else.
May I know your movements last night?
I share compartment 101 with Mr. Book. He would not stop talking about his beloved train. I listened to him for hours talking about his Orient Express.
My friend Book will no doubt confirm this. Did you know the victim?
Not at all. I noticed him last night at dinner, but I did not pay much attention.
Did you touch anything in here this morning?
I checked for a pulse. There was none. Rigor mortis had commenced. The body was cool to the touch. I touched nothing else.
What can you tell me about the victim?
He died from multiple stab wounds of varying angles and depth. More than one would have been fatal. I would place the time of death roughly between midnight and 2 a.m. With more time, I hope I can be more precise.
I assume the open window complicates matters.
Indeed. Conditions are not perfect.
Thank you for your help, Doctor.
발자국?
The snow is falling only lightly this morning. The murderer would have left tracks in the snow if he had jumped out the window. The chain lock is broken. Monsieur Michel told me that he broke the chain on the door to get into the room. So the murderer must have
그럼
exited
허버드
through
부인이
Madame
전날
Dudard's
밤에 누가 서 있었다고
That's the
남자가
right
서 있었다고
answer.
한 게 맞긴 맞겠네.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
What? 소지품 6개를 조사 안 했다는데. 6개나 조사를 안 했다고?
I wonder what could be in this photo. I wonder what could be in this photo.
여기 아니야?
for Daisy. Interesting. That was easy.
앨리스는 1000개의 꽃이 핀 숲을 거닐고 있었습니다. 앨리스는 꽃 10개를 뽑고 꽃다발을 만들었습니다. 그런데 갑자기 꽃다발이 나비로 변해 사라지고 땅에 핀 꽃들도 2배나 많아지는 것이 아니겠어요. 문 앞에 도착한 앨리스는 문에서 한 가지 질문을 발견했습니다. 숲에 나가려는 자는 대답하라. 현재 숲에 남은 꽃은 몇 송이인가?
Not exactly the reading material one would expect of a man like Ratchet. Expensive clothing, recently laundered.
이게 뭔가 보지? 꽤 많아졌어. 에이.
Not very surprising. Unusual letter, this.
남을 해친 악행도 언젠가 다 돌려받으리라. 시신이 다가온 줄 알고 있거라. 우린 절대 잊지 않는다. 사신이구나. 사신이 다가올 줄 알고 있거라. 협박 편지를 받았다고?
A meeting place on the back of a postcard. Someone with the initials A.W. Ratchet had an appointment he will never keep. No, not good. I must admit I'm not right this time.
경계하는 와중에도 수면제를 복용했구나.
I can't imagine Ratchet taking a sleeping pill if he feared for his life. Et voilà.
경계를 치지 고용한 사람 맥퀸. 몰라? 한 명은 누군데? 대위가 아니네? 대위가 없네. 경호?
No, not good.
맞네.
My little gray cells did not let me down.
아마 이제부터 의문이 계속 갈래가 벌어져서 지금은 미셸이랑 허버드, 레칫, 비서, 운전기사구나. 운전기사 이렇게 신문하는 건데 결국에 전원을 다 신문해야 결과에 도달할 수 있는 내용이니까.
I think I've seen everything I need at the
이제부터는 다
moment. I'm
신문이겠네요.
counting on you to finish your analysis.
I'll have a more detailed report for you as soon as I can.
So, Poirot, did you find anything
Poirot.
out?
It's a bit early for the handcuffs, my friend. Even for Hercule Poirot. Do not worry, mon ami. I believe our culprit has no plans to strike again. Monsieur Ratchet was the target. Of that I am convinced. I need a list of the passengers with their compartment numbers.
Pierre Michel will have it.
수사연아.
Here is what I have found out. Monsieur Ratchet was stabbed many times. I also found threatening letters in his safe. He had a loaded gun under his pillow, so he was on guard, ready to defend himself. However, there was an empty glass with white residue at the bottom. I suspect a barbiturate. Perhaps he was forced to take it. In any case, I am certain he was unconscious, unable to defend himself. I also found several other items at the crime scene, possibly related to the murder. They must be investigated.
By all means, Poirot. As fast as you can.
I also found liquid for an electronic cigarette, but I could not find a vape. This might belong to the murderer.
This criminal is an amateur.
Tell me, Book, how did you spend last night?
This is a joke, I hope. Don't you trust your old friend?
My friend, calm yourself. I must hear your story
전자담배
in order to
액상.
corroborate other accounts.
Ah, naturally. Let me see. I went to my
아까 그 바나나
compartment
그거?
after dinner. Dr. Constantine was already there.
진짜
We
나
talked about
현대물이
his career. He's a Cambridge
아.
man, you know.
그치.
After university, he
수설엔
returned
그런
to
게
his
없어.
country and has done much good
전자담배
there.
같은 게
He was
없어.
so interested in the Orient Express. I told him all the anecdotes I know. I'm not certain
진짜
when we
생각도
fell asleep.
못했다.
But it
전자담배
was very
액상.
late.
I
아.
must interview the rest of the passengers and the staff.
I'll be in the bar car if you need me. We are hours late. Soon I hope help will arrive.
풀어봐야지. 이제 하나하나 다 신문해야 되니까. 미셸도 신문하는 건데 하는 김에 겸사겸사 하면 되겠네. 미셸 여기 있지 않니? 이거 좀 가져와서 합시다. 너무 피곤해 보인다 이 친구. 잠시만요. 가자, 신문하러. 가자.
Monsieur Michel, I must ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
네.
I will do
야인데.
everything I can to help.
First of all, tell me about yourself.
Very well. My name, as you know, is Pierre Michel. I am from Calais. I've been with the company for over 15 years.
Thank you.
응? 좀 전에 뭐라 했는데? 뭐지?
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot. Can you provide me with a listing of the passengers and their rooms, please?
Yes, certainly.
오케이. 얻었습니다. 승객 명단.
Are you a smoker?
Indeed.
Do you smoke e-cigarettes?
No, tobacco only.
I would like to reconstruct with your help the events of last night. Monsieur Ratchet retired to bed. When?
Almost immediately after dinner, sir. Actually, before we left Belgrade.
Did anybody go into his compartment after that?
His valet, monsieur. Monsieur Masterman. And then his secretary, the young American gentleman. Monsieur McQueen.
And that is the last time you saw or heard of him?
No, monsieur. You forget that Monsieur Ratchet rang his bell around 12:40 a.m., soon after we had stopped. I knocked at the door, but he called out in French, "Ce n'est rien, je me suis trompé." I then left to answer another bell that had just rung.
Where were you at 1:15 a.m.?
I was sitting on my little seat at the end of the car, facing up the corridor.
Are you sure?
I left a little after 1 a.m. to speak about the snow with my colleague Jean in the bar car. I came back later. There was a call. I remember speaking to you.
Indeed, I remember. Carry on.
It was the American lady, Madame Hubbard. She thought she saw a man in her compartment. Then, around 1:50 a.m., I made the bed for Monsieur Ratchet's secretary, Monsieur McQueen. He had spent the evening talking with the English Captain Arbuthnot. At 2 a.m., I returned to my place and stayed there until dawn.
What is the last station where we stopped?
Vinkovsky.
Could someone have come on board?
Possibly. I was very busy. Owing to the weather, we were a few minutes late. We left at 12:10 a.m.
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
이건 마지막 맞지 않아? 레치시 미셸에게 전화한다. 어떻게 알았지? 내가 껴줌 할래? 뭐지? 그거 나가! 김바쿠 케이신 몸에서 나가! 나가! 호이! 나가라 임바쿠 케이신 몸에서 나가! 하는 걸로 알고 가겠다. 뭐지? 나가라 임바쿠 케이신 몸에서 나가! 45분쯤. 아, 오케이.
I do not think that's the right answer.
뭐지? 뭐지? 바쿠님인데? 저거? 저 말투는 바쿠님인데 왜 케이지? 아, 그래요? 좋다. 나 감. 나가라 임바쿠 케이신 몸에서 나가라. 내가 일어난 시간이 12시 40분쯤 47분인가? 근데 그때 레치시 얘한테 전화했단 말이야. 그러고 나서 주점칸에 가요. 이건 맞아. 이거 두 개는 맞는 것 같아. 시간상. 이건가? 오케이.
I'm right again.
30분쯤에 마무리하면 되겠네. 이거. 되게 좀 중요한 사건들 있잖아. 중요한 막 그 인물이랑 대화에서 나오는 그 뭔가 말투에서 나오는 그런 단서들, 그런 게 생각보다 표현이 안 된다. 아직까지는. 그 부분이 좀 게임으로 표현하기가 더 쉽지 않나? 엔딩 보는 거 아니었어. 나 이거 시작할 때 오늘 요거 신문하고 종질하러 갈게요. 엔딩? 이 부분이 지금 만약에 책으로 4장까지 나눠져 있다고 하면은 이제 2장 정도거든요. 2장. 그러니까 반은 아니고 2장에 2-1 쯤인가? 반은 안 하면 될 거야. 커버드.
Good morning, madam. I am Hercule Poirot.
Caroline Hubbard. What can I do for you, Mr. Poirot?
I am the bearer of unfortunate news.
It's
허버드도
obvious
되게
without a
뭔가
commotion that something has happened.
Madame
듬직한
Ribard,
여성분으로
I'm
나올
afraid
줄
your
알았는데.
neighbor, Monsieur Ratchet, was murdered last night.
Oh my God! I knew it! I knew it!
I would like to ask you some questions, but first, may I inspect your room?
Of course, yes, you must.
No, not good. I must admit I'm not. That was easy.
머플러가 너무 작아. 이렇게 여기까지 이렇게 갈죠. 칭칭칭칭칭칭 해가지고 여기까지 이렇게 딱 수염만 보이게, 그런 느낌으로. 좀 어떤 느낌이 비슷하냐면은 이미지로 치면 은하철도 999의 철이 철인데 이렇게 어플로 해가지고 동글동글한데 이렇게 수염 있는, 난 그런 거 생각했거든. 아니 내가 책을 볼 때 이미지는 좀 그랬어. 그러니까 키가 작은 남자라고 나오고 동글동글한 데다가 콧수염이 이렇게 나 있고 머플러는 칭칭 감고 그런 식으로 나올 줄 알았거든요. 근데 너무 뭐랄까 너무 중년, 너무 멋중년. 아니 이미지가 딱 그렇지 않아? 은하철도 999의 철이 같은 느낌? 포아로가 나는 그렇게 상상을 하면서 책을 읽었단 말이야. 작지만 작지만 명석한 회색 두뇌. 은하철도 본 사람도 적을 것 같은데. 아니 머리카락은 있지, 있지. 근데 이게 이제 뭐랄까 계란 같은 얼굴이라고 나온단 말이에요. 그 묘사에 머리카락도 있어. 철이도 머리카락 있어. 철이도 머리카락 있어. 아 그래? 철이 느낌 아니야? 그러니까 땅딸막한 이미지가 딱 그 철이에 맞지 않아요? 뭔가 그건데 좀 더 점잖은 느낌. 차장님이 나 이미지. 그래 맞아, 차장님 맞네. 차장님이랑 이미지가 비슷하네. 맞아. 그 까만 차장 말하는 거지. 맞네요. 꼭 보니까 그러네. 야, 철이도 비슷하잖아. 그 막 테이프 같은 거에다가 그 스카프가 너무 인상 깊어서 그랬나? 그래가지고 이제 그런단 말이야. 맨 처음에 이 소설에서 그 가정교사로 나오는 여자가 저런 남자와는 어떤 진지한 얘기도 나누지 못할 것 같다라고 하면서 웃는단 말이야. 근데 이런 얼굴은 아니잖아.
Here is a jacket button. It bears the logo of the Orient Express.
이런 게 왜 있지?
The luxury of the Orient Express is present in every detail.
아, 이게 옆방이랑 통하는 건가 보다.
This door connects to Monsieur Ratchet's compartment. It was latched on this side.
황금.
Another delightful trophy for my collection.
트로피. 그런가? 좀 그런 느낌을 주고 싶었던 걸까? 소설이랑 다른?
Madame, please
그럴
tell
수도
me
있을 것
about
같아요.
last night.
The murderer was right here in my compartment. I woke up. All in the dark it was. I was just so scared I couldn't scream. I pressed the call button. I pressed and pressed. I heard footsteps
그게 너무
running in the
궁금했어.
corridor.
나는 그
Then a knock on my door.
드라고미노프가
Come in, I
어떻게
screamed.
묘사될지.
And I switched on the lights at the same time. And would you believe it? There wasn't a soul there.
You think he went back into
근데
the
진행
other
방식도
compartment?
너무
How do I know where
셜록이랑
he
비슷해.
went? I had my eyes shut tight. The conductor came in. I told the man what had happened, and he didn't seem to believe me. I asked him to search the room, but he found nothing. I told the conductor to look at the door between the compartments, and sure enough, it wasn't bolted. Well, I soon saw to that. I told him to bolt it, then and there.
How is it you didn't bolt the door between the two compartments?
But I had. Well, as a matter of fact, I asked that Swedish lady, Olsen, Greta, if it was bolted, and she said it was.
How was it you could not see for yourself?
I was already in bed, and my toiletry bag was hanging on the hook of the door. I couldn't see the latch from where I was.
What time was it when you asked her to do this for you?
Oh, it must have been around 10:30 or 10:45 p.m. She'd come along to see if I had an aspirin. But instead of opening my door, she opened Mr. Ratchet's door by mistake. He said something quite rude, like, "Not a chance, lady, you're too old." It shocked her. She came in. I told her where to find the aspirin, and she got it out of my toiletry bag. Poor girl, she didn't have a good night.
The same could be said for Monsieur Ratchet. It appears Mademoiselle Olsen may be the last person to see Ratchet alive. Is this your handkerchief?
No, not at all.
Yet it is embroidered with an initial H, like your name.
I don't care. It's not mine, and I would certainly never buy something
어저께
so
새벽에
practical
문
as
열었을
that
때
frilly
무슨
thing.
용무늬 자수 입은 여자 달려갔잖아. 그 여자 거 아니야?
Are you a smoker?
No, definitely not. Filthy habit.
I found a jacket button on your table. It looks like it belongs to a train employee. The button bears the logo of the Orient Express.
Well, of course, the conductor came in last night, but he didn't go near that table.
Still, it's a safe bet that it belongs to the conductor. I'll check his jacket later, to be sure. I have not finished inspecting your room. If you don't mind,
화장품인가 봐.
let's see if Mrs. Hubbard was telling the truth about the latch of the connecting door. This hook is probably where Mrs. Hubbard hung her toiletry bag.
보이는데?
I can see the latch very well from here, even with the toiletry bag attached. I'll have to clear that up with Mrs. Hubbard. Mrs. Hubbard, you told me that the door connecting the two compartments was closed, correct?
Yes, it was, as I told you. I was already in bed and my toiletry bag was hanging on the hook of the door. I couldn't see the latch from where I was. That's why I asked Miss Olsen to check if it was closed.
Are you sure everything you've told me is accurate, Madame Hubbard?
Of course. I have an excellent memory.
Mrs. Hubbard, I tested putting your toiletry bag on the door hook as you told me. From your bed, you can easily see the latch on the door. The toiletry bag does not hide the latch at all.
Are you saying I'm lying? It may have been stuck somehow in a different position, or I may not have seen it in the darkness. Or I didn't think to look, you irritating man.
Details matter, madame. A man has been most savagely murdered. You will excuse me if I attempt to separate the truth from the false.
Forget my toiletry bag and focus on who entered my compartment. Probably after killing Mr. Ratchet.
Madame Hubbard is a force to be reckoned with, but I suspect I'm not done with
그러네.
her.
되게 안 칼지네.
Thank you for your assistance, madame.
살인자는 미셸을 피해갔다.
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer. This is wrong. But
이게 왜
I'm
아니지?
never far
아, 자리를
from the
비웠다랑 담배랑 맞는 건가?
I must admit
이게 왜
I'm
아니지?
not right this time.
멈췄다.
Think, Poirot.
에,
That
아니라고?
is not a good answer. I do not think that's the right answer.
살인자는 미셸이 사라진 순간을 틈타 오전 1시 15분 정도에 사라졌을 가능성이 있다.
While Monsieur Michel was chatting with Monsieur Fauchet in the bar car between 1 and 2 a.m., the murderer could have escaped Ratchet's room without being seen. That's the right answer. This appears to be a good lead. According to the information I have, this is a solid choice.
아직 용의자를 지목하기에는 조금 정보가 너무 부족하죠. 왜냐면은 레칫이 수면제를 먹고 총을 아예 사용도 못한 것도 있고, 이거는 미셸과 그 허버드 부인 안에서 나온 골이고, 원래 탐정은 그런 거라고요. 그러고 보니까 그거는 있는 게 차량마다 꽃이랑 나비랑 이런 거 있잖아요. 그럼 얘가 데이지 아니야?
Monsieur Edward Masterman, I believe. May I ask you some questions?
I can barely talk.
아,
I have
그거
a
알지.
terrible toothache.
치통이 너무
We
심한
have
거
a
알지.
doctor on board the train. Perhaps
I do not need a doctor. I use essential oils. If you can find my flask of clove oil in my box, I would be grateful.
fine, if you insist. I will help you.
역시 역시 회색 뇌세포. 뭔데 어쩌라고? 뭐래냐 얘?
Oh, this toothache is torture.
By the smell, I think that the jojoba oil spilled on the other bottles, leaving their labels illegible. I must find another way to find which one is Masterman's toothache remedy. The weighing scale is soaked in jojoba oil. It's unusable. Ah, this old scale will do the job. To start, I must first arrange the vials from the lightest to the heaviest.
네. 네? 맞잖아. 순서대로 놓은 거 아니야? 얘가 제일 무겁고 얘가 제일 가볍잖아.
Now that I know the order, I think that I can easily guess which one is the clove oil.
일랑일랑, 아몬드, 정향, 너냐?
Here is Monsieur Masterman's remedy. Here is your remedy. I hope it will help.
Thank you very much, sir.
깨끗이 나았군요.
I can finally speak without too much pain. I'm ready to answer your
뭡니까 그거 무슨
questions.
이야기입니까?
You are Monsieur Ratchet's valet?
Yes, sir. That is correct.
Were you told that your employer was murdered?
Yes, sir. A very shocking occurrence.
I must admit I'm not right this I'm right again. That happens to me a lot. At what hour did you last see Monsieur Ratchet?
It must have been around 9 p.m., sir. That or a little after. I went to bed around 10:30 p.m., same as the person who shares my room, Mr. Foscarelli. He almost immediately began snoring.
What did you do then?
I read, sir, and I spent a while soothing my toothache with clove oil and listening to the snoring.
Did you hear anything during the night?
Yes, my roommate snoring.
Are you a smoker?
Yes, sir. I have a cigarette now and then to relax.
왜 전자담배인지
Tell
아닌지
me
안 물어봐.
about your employer, Monsieur
안 물어보지.
Ratchet.
I've been working for him for 9 months. I should not wish to speak ill of the dead, but he was not a gentleman, sir.
Did you know that he had enemies?
Yes, sir. I heard him discussing some threatening letters, sir, with Mr. McQueen.
Did he mention these letters to you?
He had been reading a letter when I came in. He asked me if I was the one who put it in his compartment. I told him that I had done no such thing, and he should report it to the police at the next station.
How did he respond?
He laughed, sir.
You're joking.
I do not joke, sir.
Forgive me, I can see you do not. Was he taking sleeping pills?
Always when traveling by train, sir. He said he couldn't sleep otherwise. Last night he asked me to give him 2. I did so, along with a glass of water. He dissolved them in the water.
Did you see him drink the water?
No, sir. I left right after I gave him the pills.
Was Monsieur Ratchet a smoker?
No. He finds smokers disgusting.
Can you tell me again why you gave sleeping pills to Monsieur Ratchet?
Yes, I gave him the pills because when he takes the train, he has trouble sleeping. The letter must have worried him. He specifically asked me to prepare the sleeping pills. I didn't see him drink the water with the pills in it.
I need some hard evidence to prove he's lying. Monsieur, I believe you are not telling me the truth.
What? How can you say that?
How could he ask you for sleeping pills when he had a meeting written in his agenda?
I am very sure he had no meeting planned for the middle of last night.
Masterman is right. The meeting in his agenda was not that day. He received threatening letters, one, it seems, last night. Did you know he had a gun under his pillow? And even asked for my help to watch over him? I find it strange that he asked you for sleeping pills when he was afraid for his life and prepared to defend himself.
I'm sure I don't know. Maybe to calm his nerves, maybe out of habit.
It makes no sense.
Wait, please. Isn't it possible that Mr. Ratchet asked me to prepare the pills, but didn't plan to drink them for some reason?
It is possible. But I am a student of character, monsieur, and the Monsieur Ratchet you describe is not the man I met.
If you'll excuse me, my toothache is
거짓말하네.
getting worse again.
I'm afraid this time you must prepare your own clove oil.
거짓말하네. 일단은 45분이 되었으니 저장을 해놓고 뒷부분은 또 이어서 해보도록 합시다. 아, 야, 너 치통이라며. 가만히 있냐? 뒷부분은 또 빠른 시간 안에 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 스트림 종료!